Yo, what's the dinner now, man? It's your player partner, Bobby WAJ. Um, I'm gonna allow YouTube to do what it is that YouTube does when YouTube does what it do, and send out those notifications. Get some people up in here to view this live, man. Just a disclaimer. I'm gonna speak a little slower as I provide commentary into this situation. I was a little vexed when I watched this video that my player partner had sent to me. I was a little vexed. I was I was I was a little vexed. I was a little frustrated. I'm fresh faced. What's the dinner there, man? What's up to you? Can't folks much love and respect. I was a little vexed when I watched this video. And I still have those feelings inside of me. So to avoid create any controversy or anything that can result in somebody potentially having to fight or having to pick up something, get cracking on some gangster shit, I have elected to speak slower and be more meticulous with my choice of words. But without further ado, man, we're gonna get into this content, man. Individuals get on this internet, right? And all praise be to everybody that's able to get on here and excel. Everybody, no matter if you Crip, Blood, Chicano, Latino, Vice Lord, GD. If you coming from the struggle, homie, you got something of importance and relevance to say and express in these spaces. Even if you don't, even if your content is rooted in messiness and confusion and conflict and all that, if you can come here and you can excel, cuz coming from where we come from, and get your paper, man, get your motherfucking money. But let's not neglect integrity. Let's not neglect certain rules that we adhere to in the streets. And I feel like a lot of these dudes, homie, it's akin to a person being a sucker. Listen to me. It's akin to a person being a sucker or a filthy individual in the eyes of the streets. And then they get a little paper and then they make it seem like they ain't a sucker no more. Or they ain't an irrelevant nigga no more. See, what a lot of these dudes in this content space and in this YouTube streets and all that do, they amass a sizable following, and then they want to shit on dudes, women, men, kids, whoever, who numbers don't come close to theirs. They make it seem like a person is irrelevant because their channel may have less subscribers than theirs do. And that's like a suck ass nigga in the street saying, oh, watch this. Prime example. When Bone Thugs and Harmony was beefing with the Migos, when they had that little disagreement going on, the Migos said, oh, you ain't got more money than me. And Lazy Bone said, man, niggas can't keep hiding behind their motherfucking money, man. If you a sucker or you a no good person, you just a sucker and a no good person. And that just is what it is. Having a lost following in these social media spaces, that doesn't make you a realer cat than the next cat. So let's not tangle it, let's not twist it, and let's not get it fucked up. Niggas can't hide behind subscribers and views and make it seem like they just 100, man. Some of you cats, homie, ain't really the cats. I'm going to be mindful. My intelligence is telling me to just go ahead and play the content, cuz. So we're going to go ahead and play the content. Let's get into some content. So Bobby A reacts to Keep It a Benji response to Young Ant Jefe coming to Munchie B's defense. Let's run a clip, cuz. Shout out to Benji,
Y'all know 607 was in character the other day. He said something very controversial and went haywire and went viral. And as I told Munchie B, they was coming for him. All the content creators.
Pause. I don't give a fuck if a nigga in character or not, cuz. All right, what's the deal? Hitty, much love and respect. Big homie on PJ Crib. That's the big homie Blue Man. I don't give a fuck. I don't care. Let me be a little bit more responsible, intelligent, educated, and intellectual in my words. I care not if a person is in character or not. There's certain things that you don't do in or out of character. And there's certain things that you don't say in and out of character. Disrespecting a race, disrespecting a specific ethnic group, disrespecting an organization while in or out of character should have the same consequences because you knew better, whether you're in character or out of character. So we're not going to excuse this man's actions or lack thereof because he was in character. See, that's the thing. A lot of these dudes feel like you can come on the internet, you can be in character, and you can say what you want to say. You can do what you want to do. No, it don't work like that in an actuality to reality, because it's still individuals that may be offended by it and that want to hold you accountable. But let's get back into the content.
They're going to spin all these narratives, you know what I'm saying? They're going to spin every narrative that's negative, positive, negative possible. Oh, you was a gangster, you're supposed to react. Oh, even if you couldn't see, you should have followed with your eyes. Oh, you should have just
pause, right? And I just want to jump ahead. As many of you know, I'm from East Side. Well, as many of you know, I got to be very, very meticulous with my word selection, because them peoples is watching, as evidenced by what just happened to me about 2 weeks ago. Them people is on here, homie. So I want to carefully designate my words. Everybody know I'm associated with a tribe, a family called the PJ Watts Crips, right? We have a close relationship with a blood set by the name of the Bonnie Hunter Watts Bloods, right? So if I'm in a creative space, I don't care if I was, God forbid, I pray I never go back to jail, right? But even if I'm in a county or in a pen, right? And it's somebody from Bonnie Hunters that's there, a blood, I'm associated with the Crips. But if my player partner from Bonnie Hunters is there, my coworker from Bonnie Hunters is there, my acquaintance, my associate from Bonnie Hunters is there, and somebody disrespect him, and I feel like he doesn't have the ability to defend himself, I'ma step in. Whether I do it aggressively or whether I do it coolly, calmly, and collectively, I'm going to interject. So instead of him telling Munchie B, and now I'm speaking to young Ant Jefe, instead of him telling Munchie B afterwards, oh, it's going to be this, that, and third, if this your partner in the Inglewood families in the A-Trade Gangster Crips has an alliance that's similar to the PJs and the Bonnie Hunters, or a professional relationship, right? An open line of communication. If that was me in that situation, that's one of my partners from Bonnie Hunters, man, I'm Stevie Walla Bing, homie. Hold on, big dog. My partner's a blood, man. You tripping. Whether I say it aggressively or in a jokingly fashion. Hold on, big dog. Whoa. Slow down, Turbo. This my dog right here, man. Me and my dog's a beat off. He a blood 607. Cool that out, man. Don't do that. Cuz ain't do that. So being that you didn't interject when it mattered, why now come to the internet, make it seem like you're a sympathizer, an advocate, or you're speaking, you're a spokesperson on the behalf of Munchie B? Does that shit make sense? That shit don't make no motherfucking sense. Cause I'm gonna defend my player partner from Bunny Hunters right there when it matters. Hold on, nigga, we about to check this. PJ Crib, nigga, this is my nigga. It's my dog, man. Watch that word, man. Watch that S word, man. You know, put a little respect on me. My dog from Bunny Hunters, man. They bloods. You make, and I even give a motherfucker the benefit of the doubt, even though I know that 607 Unc was very aware that Munchie B is a part of the B team. Now let's just give a motherfucker the benefit of a doubt for argument's sake. Hey, big dog, you probably ain't know. I know you coming from the Lou and all this and all that, but this my dog, man. He a Damu, homie. You know, let's watch what we say in this creative space, man. Now let's run the content. But let's get back into the content, cuz.
got up swinging at the air. Oh, you should have spit the direction the voice came. Like I said, every time we know this is not the first situation where somebody has been put on the spot, and everybody always talking about what they're going to do, man. And some people going to have their time to shine, and some people not, man. Some people know how to shy away from the danger and stay out the way. And I just don't understand how people sitting up here really trying to play these cards and lines they playing. Oh, 607 Unc was for real. Oh, he know.
Man, that nigga know what he did, cuz. Come on, cuz. See, niggas get in these YouTube streets and on these platforms, cuz, and they align themselves with certain people, cuz, and niggas want to act ignorant, act stupid, and all this type of shit. Like, come on, my nigga. The nigga Munchie B initiated a conversation to where he made the statement, oh, when you basically testing 607 up. Oh, when you go do an interview with 4X, you gonna let me know you from Hoover? And 607, oh man, if it's in my advantage, man, or if I can do this and do that, he gave his explanation. He gave his 1-2 on the situation. Munchie B continued to poke the bear. Oh man, I don't follow 4Extra, but I know some females that do, and I'm gonna send them the picture and have them send a picture to 4Extra. Nigga, that's some messy ass shit, nigga. But niggas ain't gonna hold them accountable because niggas be having these alliances and niggas be co-workers. And man, start holding niggas accountable, cuz. It don't matter if they Crip, Blood, nigga, if they from your hood or not, nigga, we black men, and black men need to stop making excuses, start holding other black men accountable. If the nigga would have never brought up the situation with 4Extra and him sending a female a motherfucking picture to show 4Extra that this nigga was from Hoover, this nigga wouldn't have felt the need to disrespect this nigga in a subtle and subliminal way. The nigga did it intentionally. He just did it so intellectually that a lot of these low vibrational, low thinking, low IQ ass niggas ain't catch up, and ain't catch on to it. Like, come on, my nigga. What are we talking about? Practice? A lot of these niggas is too fucking disingenuous. And I don't give a fuck about a nigga being a decorated this or a nigga being there. I don't give a fuck about none of that shit because all that shit is obsolete. And anything one nigga can do, another nigga can do it too. So what the fuck is we talking about with some of these niggas, cuz? Stop. Forgive me. I lost my composure for a second. I don't like bullshit. I don't like fraudulent shit. I don't like fictitious shit and fictitious niggas. I don't like that shit. 607 was very aware of what he was doing and what he said when he said what he said. Munchie B played with him with the 4Extra shit in a way that he rebutted was saying, oh man, I'm Hoover. That's like a dude playing with me with a dude from Grape Street. Oh, you gonna let the Grape Streets know you from PJ's? And I tell him, man, I'm from PJ. It's whoopty whoop whoop whoopty whoop 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 on Mars. Is that not the same? That basically equates to the same thing, that analogy that I just gave you. So you just tried to play with me, make it seem like I'm a sucker, and when I'm in the presence of this particular individual, I'm not gonna let them know what my affiliation and my association and what I'm repping. Okay, you want to play? All right, yeah. I'm this, that, and third, and it's whoopty wop 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 on mine, and I just disrespected you. 607 said, oh man, you said this and said that, so I had to go in character, and you got to deal with what comes out of that. He was very aware. He was very conscientious of what he said and why he said what he said. Munchie B played with that man. But the motherfucker ain't gonna say nothing to Munchie B for testing this nigga gangster and playing with this nigga like he a sucker. Whether he is a sucker or whether he is or not, you play with him. Everybody don't play the same. That's like you shooting a joke on a nigga mama. Oh, man, your mama's a crackhead, man, and she do this and do that. And I say, yeah, nigga, but your mama dead, though. Yeah, it went from 0 to 60, but nigga, don't invite me to the party if you don't want me to dance. Munchie B should have never invited 607 to the party. He should have never opened that door if he wasn't ready for the response and the rebuttals that 607 gave to him, homie. He played with fire and he got burned. Let's hold him accountable for initiating that shit. But now niggas want to come to the rescue of Munchie B. Munchie B is the same dude. Let's get back into the content, cuz.
He knew Munchie B was a blood. Man, this man didn't know Ish, man. This man just met both of us a week prior, man. You know what I'm saying? If you would have asked him before he even said that or that came out of his mouth where Munchie B was from, I'm pretty sure he probably couldn't even tell you Munchie B was from Inglewood families. Probably couldn't even tell you that I was a member of the 8 Trades. You know what I'm saying? We just met this dude. When somebody else is talking and the mic is not in his hand, you see him playing the role of the exorcist. You know what I'm saying? And just doing some crazy stuff. He'll hop up, middle, start pop, doing all type of stuff. He's in character. You know what I'm saying? But that's the game these people play, these media channels, these bloggers, whatever they want to be, whatever you want to call them. This the game they play. Oh, you a gangster. You were supposed to react. Oh, you know what I'm saying? He disrespect.
It's not cuz in the same media space. it's not cuz in the same blogging space. It's not cuz a part of this same content creator collective. Cuz ain't a part of this shit. Do cuz not make content in the same fashion that we all make content? So how are you going to make a distinction to say, oh, that's what these media dudes and my nigga, you do the same thing. Cuz they made content to where niggas from certain sets then macked in on him. Hey, cuz, or hey, blood, what's up with this? Let's be honest, cuz. See, some dudes acquire a certain level of success, cuz, and they feel like I can be condescending now. I'm superior. I'm more superior. I'm superior to those who have lesser views or lesser subscribers. Nigga, we all in the same motherfucking boat, cuz. The fuck? Oh, how quick people's change. Let's get back into the content, cuz.
That you, oh, if that was somebody else, you know, they play all the games. I'm saying, when these,
it's the truth. It's the truth. When Munchie B was with his Damu partners, and it was at motherfucking Boss Mac Studios, and Cuz from Compton has said Cuz, whether directly or indirectly towards Munchie B, man, y'all seen how Munchie B responded? Some people even said he grabbed the blick. He grabbed the thinana. He grabbed the doodle popper. Was he blind then? Wasn't an excuse then? When he had the balls in his favor, when the ball was in his court? Like, come on, Cuz, we gotta stop. You gotta stop making excuses for niggas just because we're fond of them, or just because we can benefit from an alliance or having a relationship with them. That ain't cool. That's borderline sucker shit. My partners, I'm gonna call a baller, strike, strike. And if I'm not in position to be unbiased, then it's best for me to remove myself and don't say nothing. I'm gonna play it from the backfield. I ain't gonna say nothing. I'm gonna keep my opinion to myself. And that just is what it is. Cuz coming on here and he's making excuses for Munchie B. Munchie B is the same dude who allegedly grabbed the pistol and was ready to hammer Tom, the nigga from Santana Block Compton Crip, for calling me cuz, not even using the S word. Munchie B is the same provocative that talks about it's gonna be this and he do this and this is how he smash and put it down for the B team. Come on, let's be realistic.
dudes get the short end of the stick, or they get shown up on social media and stuff happen to them, and they get put in the light as busters, they can't wait to do the same to somebody else. I was in that room, and I'm not trying to take up for nobody because I sincerely don't.
I don't know who Cuz talking about, but this the thing. Drop your nuts, let them hang, and call out names. Whoever got marked out on the internet, you know what I mean? Whoever got proven to be a buster and you feel like they got a vendetta against Munchie B because they got proved to be a buster, say that person. I would say, you know what I mean, this content creator named Olive Oil, you know what I mean, he came online and he got exposed for being XYZ to the ABC. So I feel like he has a vendetta against Munchie and he did this, so on and so forth. Now I'm seeing other content creators jump on the same thing. Let it be known. You know what I mean? But I can't expect everybody to handle situations in the fashion that Bobby Ye handles situations. But let's get back into the content. See, the generalization, when you generalize, that can lead to misunderstandings. You feel what I'm saying? When you generalize, and all of us make content, and all of us that make content about this situation, that opens a window for anybody to say, damn, it's, you know, like what's really going on there? Like, is a motherfucker trying to say some shit without really dropping his nuts, saying some shit? Like, you get what I'm saying? But let's get back into the content.
Have a dog in the fight. Assessing this dude and
if you don't got a dog in a fight, then why are you on the internet addressing this situation? Like I told you, cuz if I feel like I don't got a dog in a fight, or I feel like I can't be unbiased, auntie, what's the deal? Love you. If I feel like I don't have a dog in a fight, cuz, or I can't be unbiased, I'm not gonna say a motherfucking thing. Like my player partner Papa told me a few days ago, and I just want to quote this because I love this quote that he created. Either battle me in intelligence or battle me in facts. I just wanted to say that. So it may not pertain to this. I just wanted to say that because when he said that shit, when he created that shit, I'm like, ooh, cut, that's some catchy shit. That's some heavy shit. But without further ado, let's get back into the content, cuz.
In around this dude 607 he's using the number one recipe for social media, and that's to be controversial. Do I think he was trying to diss the Bloods being controversial? No, but he is a controversial person.
Come on, cuz. That's hypocrisy. That's fictitiousness. That's fraudulent what cuz just said. Do he think that 607 was trying to intentionally diss the Bloods when he said that? Come on, cuz. This dude said SLOB. That's a direct disrespect to the Bloods. So how could you say you don't think he was intentionally trying to disrespect the Bloods by saying a derogatory term that's only associated, that's exclusively associated to Bloods? Like, come on, cuz. Help a nigga process this shit. Help a nigga make this shit make sense. That's like a motherfucker coming on here and calling a crip, a four, a 8-legged, 4-legged, whatever, however many legs they got, an 8-legged sea creature, and saying, oh man, I don't think he intentionally meant to disrespect the Crips. If he said crab, then he intentionally meant to disrespect the Crips in the content that he utilized the word. He said, I'm Hoover, blood remover. But he used the derogatory term, and you don't think that was intentional? Now, when the situation's like this, cuz niggas got to start questioning niggas' integrity. On Eastside PJ Watch Crip on Steve-O. Because when it's like this and the facts is in our faces, the facts is transparent, and a person sees the facts, knows the facts, and create a counter narrative, who paying you? Who got a battery in your back? Who got a steering wheel in your back? Who got a remote control to you? To come on here and blatantly say, cuz said that he don't think 607 intentionally meant to disrespect the Bloods. But he intentionally said, and I'm not going to even use the derogatory term, the SLOB term. I'm not going to use that. Shout out to all my Damus out there. This dude said, I'm Hoover, blood remover. And you don't think that was disrespectful? Even if he ain't used the derogatory term, the term that we call dissing, even if he ain't used that term, just him saying, I'm Hoover, blood remover. That's like saying, be blank. That's saying I unalive Bloods. I get them out the way. I wipe them out because I'm from Hoover. Like, come on, man. Let's stop playing games, cuz.
I think he was just in character and started saying that Hoover stuff. This is a dude that always say GD BD Vice Lord. King David. He mixing Larry Hoover and King David name, playing games with the GD Vice Lord Nation and all that. It's a game to him. You know what I'm saying? We never knew he was from Hoover. Munchie B had to bring that up out of him that this dude was from Hoover. And then we found out, when we found out he was from Hoover, we found out he was from Hoover/60s. That's why his name is 607 which we all know that don't make sense because that don't even go out here in the Mecca. But as he been telling us, it's different in St. Louis. You know what I'm saying? But hey, you know, pigeons, man, they flock together. You know what I'm saying? They looking for any crumbs. They looking for anything to annihilate what's thorough.
Who the fuck is the pigeons? Who the fuck is looking for crumbs? Cuz can't be and ain't talking to me, PJ Crip. I'm a certified gorilla, PJ Crip. So I'm not going to even pay attention to that aspect. But for the other brothers with smaller YouTube channels and all that covered this content, I don't deem you all as being pigeons, homie. Y'all seen something, homie. It was contradictory. That content and the way that Munchie B represented himself in the B was a major contradiction from the Munchie B that we have previously seen through other interactions and situations. Primarily, specifically, would come from Santana Block. No disrespect to the Tanners and to the homie out there, Beezy from Santana Block, Lock cousin, they're not disrespecting you. I'm just using that situation as an example, cuz Munchie B went hard on my mama. Munchie B was ready to catching my body, potentially, allegedly. But here goes 607 that's not calling him cuz. He said something that's a greater offense for those who are still affected by mere words. He said, I'm Hoover, blood remover. That's what he said. And Munchie B said, what? And 607 repeated it. Nigga, he ain't say nigga, forgive me. He said, I'm Hoover, blood remover. And we didn't get the Munchie B that we get when he on the phone, big chopping it up with 600 and whack 100, and the Munchie B we got when he was beefing with beefing with Baby Braze, when he was beefing with his homie Papa, when he had a minor situation with myself. We ain't get the Munchie B that we got that be commentating on everybody else's flaws and mishaps. We ain't get that gangster certified Munchie B. We ain't get that Munchie B that we got doing a Boss Mac podcast. We ain't get that Munchie B. We got a whole different side of Munchie B, and I was perplexed. I was confused. I was discombobulated like never. Not Munchie. I know Munchie, the gangster, the venerated, celebrated, and decorated Damu soldier, Ascari. I know he ain't just respond like that. Let's get back into the content. Let's see what my player partner got to say, man. Because I feel like Keep It a Benji in this moment is being extremely empathetic, eloquent, understanding, and his response is textbook. Let's get into it. My shit may be controversial. My shit may get certain type of people to feel a certain type of way and respond. But all I can say, cuz I'm here speaking my truth. And if any nigga, any woman, any child, anybody in the heavens above or the seas below get offended, I don't give a fuck. On PJ Crip, it is what it is. If a motherfucker get offended by the truth and actual facts, like they say, if the truth shall offend them, then fuck it, let them be hurt. And that just is what it is. Let's get into the content, cuz. And I want to send a major salute to my player partner, Keep It a Benji, man, for your eloquent response, homie. Because my shit may, make niggas feel some type of way, which I don't give a fuck on, Mike.
Now,
and I'm not saying that to be controversial or nothing like that. I'm not saying that to elicit a certain type of response from nobody. I pray nobody even responds to my video. Just let my video be for my kin folks. For those who subscribe to my channel, come in and watch my channel, just let it be something that I'm sharing with them. Just bypass this. I don't want nobody to respond, because certain responses begets equal or greater responses. You feel what I'm saying? And I'm not trying to be in no controversial shit with no brothers and all that, but I'm not tucking my tail, and I'm standing on business on everything that I say, perform, and do. And that's on Mike, and that just is what it is. Let's get into the content, cuz.
I started to leave this situation alone, or this topic alone, because I didn't want to make it seem like we trying to, make it more than what it actually is. When people is out here just speaking on a situation that took place on the internet and give out their point of view, some people tend to make it seem like it's more of a personal matter when things be associated to them or people that they rock with. Fast forward, I run across Young Ant Jefe video. Young Ant Jefe video really led me to say, you know what, I gotta speak on this, because it's hard for me to even believe that Young Ant Jefe believe what he's saying.
PJ.
Can he actually be genuinely feeling how he's saying he feel? Absolutely. I don't know. But to me, I just want to speak on certain things for the viewers. If you are catching what Young Ant Jefe is saying, we got to clarify certain things, because there's some key ingredients that I feel like Ant Jefe is definitely missing in his video and his message. The biggest thing is accountability. See, we can't teach nobody anything if we don't start with accountability. Yeah, this is content, this the internet, it's a business, people get money, whatever, it's for fun, it's for real, however you want to run your platform. But at some point, we do got to get on here. At least myself, I believe we need to have some type of level of an obligation to teach men how to be men, to teach young boys how to be men. And if we don't get at people for holding themselves to the certain standards that they put down,
That was
pretending
a
to they
bar.
for holding themselves to the certain standard, how to be men. The teach we do got to get on here. At least myself, I believe we need to have some type of level of an obligation to teach men how to be men, to teach young boys how to be men.
Righteous.
And if we don't get at people,
One more time.
we
That's the
do got to
bar.
get on here.
Salute, my
At least
lord.
myself, I believe we need to have some type of level of an obligation to teach men how to be men, to teach young boys how to be men. And if we don't get at people for holding themselves to the certain standards that they put down, pertaining to themselves, then we can't teach them what we supposed to teach them. Your word is everything. And a lot of people is stretching this situation out to make it seem like it's more about people wanting Munchie B to crash out. No one wants
want him to respond how he typically respond. That's Munchie B.
This, right? Munchie B and Young and Jefe whole stance is that the 607 dude didn't know that Munchie B was a blood. That's their biggest defense. When you look at everyone else, everybody is saying that they really believe that 607 knew Munchie B was a blood, but they giving Munchie B his flowers for handling it in a more maturity way. That's how they labeling the situation, right? So which one is it? Is it the case of Munchie B being more mature, or is it the case of dude didn't know he was a blood? And I'm not gonna never promote and tell people that you have to crash out or let someone talk you out of your position. We all just seen what took place with Almighty Suspect and Brandon. You saying that 607 is not to be took serious. You saying that you don't have a dog in the fight. That don't go hand in hand with you going home after that live stream and making it clear that you glad that Munchie B did not respond, because if he responded in a certain matter, you would have jumped on 607 up.
What?
If you was gonna jump on 607 up, that means you definitely have a dog in the fight. If he's not to be taken serious,
hold on,
then why would you? That means you definitely respond, because if he responded in a certain matter, you would have jumped on 607 up.
I didn't hear Young Ant Jefe say that. But if Cud did say that, I want to say this to that. If you felt that inclined, or you felt that connected to Munchie B, to if Munchie B would have resorted to some form of gangster reaction, you would have got cracking on 607 then why didn't you interject and why didn't you correct Cuz when it mattered? I'm not sure if Young Ant Jefe made that statement, cuz I'm going off what the homie is saying, cuz. But if a person felt that strongly, that passionately about the situation, to where they say, well, if Munchie B would have responded like that, then I would have had to respond like this on 607 Why you didn't speak up in that situation on Eastside PJ Crip on Stevie Wonder Bean? And it ain't even got to be my a player partner of mine from Bonnie Hunters. If it's a Damu player partner that I'm rocking with, then homie, I'm going to interject and I'm going to say something. The reason why I use the analogy and I use the Bonnie Hunters as an example, how the A-Trade gangsters have a professional in relationship and an open line of communication with the Inglewood families, that's kind of the equivalent of the relationship we have with the Bonnie Hunters. We have a professional understanding. We have relationships with those brothers over there, and we have an open line of communication. So when certain things happen, we can utilize those open lines of communication to mitigate certain things from being exasperated and going into, regressing back into a full-fledged war. We have a relationship with those blood brothers. So that's why I use them as an example. But if you feel so passionately about that situation to come to the internet a day or two later and say, yeah, if Munchie would have reacted like that, then I would have had to respond like this on 6. Why you didn't respond right then and there? Because that's what I would. Hey, hold on. Even if you ain't pressing with aggression, hey, come on, man, chill out, bro. That's Munchie B, man. He a Don move. Come on, man. Let's be mindful of the verbiage that we use while we in here amongst each other, man. Let's keep it gentleman-like and let's keep it player-like, man. And let's continue with the content. Hey, but be mindful of what you say, homie, because This group right here is comprised of different individuals from different organizations and affiliations. You feel what I'm saying? So let's not use any derogatory terms to describe any other races, ethnicities, organizations, etc. Let's keep it, let's keep it player. But let's get back with the content. That's how I would have handled that situation. Cuz ain't say none, but give a certain look. And then laugh. Eventually he laughed when 607 Unc said, "Oh man, I caught some dudes up here that's coming to get cracking with the unalive. And so when they get up here, just make sure you're ready to be unalive." I laughed at that too. That was some hilarious shit. But the time two had stepped up and stood up for Munchie B was right there when the situation was playing out, especially if you knew that individuals was gonna come on the internet and attack Munchie or make content about Munchie and try to cast him in a certain type of light. That shit should have been nipped in the bud, and it should have been handled and resolved right then and there. Now, hold on, homie. Then we won't be talking about Munchie B not reacting and not responding in typical Munchie B fashion. We will be praising Young Ant Jefe for coming in and reestablishing order in boundaries and respect. We'd be like, man, yeah, Young Ant Jefe, man, he stepped in and he handled that like a boss, or he handled it like a gangster or a gentleman, so on and so forth. But being that you did not, we are currently here today. Let's run that content, cuz. Shout out to my player partner, keep it a Benji.
If you was gonna jump on 607 that means you definitely have a dog in the fight. If he's not to be taken serious, then why would you even have a thought about jumping on him? Everybody saw your face, Young Ant Jefe. You immediately assumed it was gonna be a serious problem. Lush start laughing and stuff like that. Then he brought like the sense of humor out of you. You start laughing it off. But immediately your face and demeanor, it channeled into like you.
All right, I want to pause this and I want to highlight a question that that Pomegranate has placed in the chat. Let me see. So Pomegranate, I don't know if you're asking me this, or I don't know if you're just making a general statement about the information that I just put out there. So Pomegranate says, so he would have sided with a blood against the Crip from Hoover. That's what he said. But for my analogy, I don't think it would have been siding. I think it would have been just establishing a certain level of respect. So no one in here is creating content that's rooted in controversy that can have people feeling some type of way, that can have people feeling enraged, or people feeling, upset, or people feeling disappointed, so on and so forth. So we're going to create content that doesn't evoke negative feelings in our viewers or individuals that's coming from these sets, homie. Because there's real bloods out there that represent that blood thing to the fullest, homie, that feel offended by that shit. So using my analogy, I don't think he would have been siding with the Crip or the ex-Crip over the, siding with the Damu over the ex-Crip. 607 Unc is an ex-Crip. He's technically a civilian. He's technically a more street version, a more ratchet version of Charleston White. That's technically what he is. That's it. He's an internet personality now. But the things that you say in character and out of character can be just as damaging as vice versa, homie. That's all that I'm saying. Let's get back into the content. But I appreciate that comment on Pomegranate. If you all have not subscribed to the channel just yet, please take the liberty to do so now. Thank you and appreciate you. Let's get into the content.
You thought that was a serious situation. When you design this type of shoe for yourself in the public eye and situations present themselves, you can't get mad when people expect you to wear it. People are upset because Munchie B did not carry the energy that people felt like was going to go hand to hand with his energy that he be having any other time when everybody else situations take place. You brought up a situation pertaining to Munchie B and Don't Cuz Me. You said that if Munchie B would have reacted, then people would have still made a whole situation out of it, like it was Crip and blood and he was mad at Crip. No, these is two different scenarios.
Big facts.
The biggest problem is that when you was in the room with a lot of your homies, Don Moves, and you was in the room with a Crip, And you knew dang well that this Crip did not have no type of problem with you and had no level of intentions to disrespect you. You had all the energy in the world for a person who was just representing themselves,
especially for a person that's
what
blind.
they represent, not disrespecting you and what you represent, but just representing what they stand for. But you had all the energy in the world when it seemed like everything was in your favor in that room. You fast forward, you in a room and it seems like it could be more unpredictable, and a person directly disrespect what you stand for and what you represent, then that's what you would call self-defense in the form of the gangland spectrum. So you fast forward, a person directly get at you. Come on, man. Young and Jefe. I don't understand how you actually can believe that it's a person who's a part of this media space that like we all kind of in. You know, everybody kind of got some of their own audience and all that, but you know, this certain like kind of like if you were part of No Jumper in any type of sort, I don't believe that you do not know where Munchie B is from. Like Young and Jefe, come on, bro. Like when you come out the gate, going hand in hand, like keeping your gang and your name hand in hand, and you make it synonymous. It's not a person on this internet who don't know you from A-Tray. It's not a person on this internet who don't know, in the very least, Munchie B.
To answer this question. All right. Holly TV says, I'm going to highlight it. The amazing individuals, or the individual from Holly TV says, or Hooli TV says, but Bobby, 607 always put the yay on it. Don't just call me Bobby. That's, yeah. But Bobby, yay, 607 not no type of threat. You saying the righteous thing to do was to crash out on you must have just came thin. That's not what I said. I said, in the case of young Ant Jefe, being that he's coming to Munchie B's defense, the diplomatic way to resolve that was to say, hey, let's hold on, man, slow down. Man, it's my partner Munchie B, man. He a Damu, man. Let's be more mindful of our words, man. You know, he a Damu, man. You know what I mean? So let's not use verbiage in here while we record, man, that can be offensive to any race, any ethnic group, cliques, or sets. That's what I said. I didn't say that he should jump up and take off on 607 Nah, that's not what I said, homie. So I'm glad that I was able to provide some clarity to your inquiry. You feel what I'm saying? But no, I'm not saying that he should have fucked over 607 We all know that 607 is a character in the same fashion of Charleston White. But this is the thing, is certain individuals out there that don't give a fuck about you being in character, especially when you're saying derogatory, disrespectful shit towards organizations, peoples, cliques, and sets. Some people that lost family members to this shit, homie. Some people that made the ultimate sacrifice for this shit. Some niggas, all they know is cripping and blood, homie, and they not giving niggas excuses because this nigga's a character. So would I have jumped up and assailted him, attacked him? Like, no, sir. Hell no. Intellectually. Let me intellectually, verbally reprimand you and just let you know. Let's just be mindful of the verbiage that we're using here. You know, this is my player partner, Munchie B. If you did not know, he's a blood. And that can create some, you know, hostilities for us here at No Jumper, as well as individuals in the street. So let's eradicate that, and let's not use such words as SLOB, CRAB, and, you know, disrespectful terms to Hispanics, so on and so forth. That's what I said, Kim, folks. Number one was the now. My player partner say, what's up, Bobby? Double yay, Jay. Salute to you as well. Mr. 132 himself say, yeah, cuz seems like them niggas is scared of that nigga Munchie. Psh, man, homie. There's something going on. That may be what it is. Let me highlight that. That may be what it is. He probably, you know, certain people may be scared of Munchie. That's probably what it is. I don't know.
He is a blood. Even if they don't know he's from Inglewood families, they definitely know he's from blood.
The name Munchie B.
When is he on the internet not representing the blood?
On the big team. That's what he always say.
Me that 607 don't know nothing about no kicking cat being booed? You mean to tell me that he don't understand nothing pertaining to no B teams verbiage? Like, you mean to tell me he just ain't watching out one episode of Street TV? You mean he ain't never watched nothing with Munchie B?
My partner Most TV Reloaded, much love and respect.
Even if a YouTube short pop up pertaining to Munchie B, it's gonna be about Munchie B speaking on some blood stuff So I'm kind of like really confusing, especially when we could get on here and we could say where King Yella is from.
Right.
We could get on here and say where Moowop and them is
Right.
from, where King Von is
Right.
from. We could get on here and say where Sue Surf is
Facts.
from. We could get on here and say who Quavo and them rock with. We could get on here and say who Zach Randolph mess with.
Facts.
We could get on here and say like just so on and so on. Like we know who Jim Jones rock
Right.
with. Like we know who Chef G and them rock with. Like, we know who K Flock and them rock with. Like we know who Young and Ace and them rock with. Like I'm just saying these is public figures, and it's like we all know where everybody is from prior to meeting them. They throw it in your face. Y'all ain't academics. Y'all not nobody who just popped up out of the atmosphere like you're some type of internet guy, and that's what we really like. Don't have a clue about nothing but y'all.
Shout out
just
to
on
my
the
player
internet.
partner
It's
Papa
probably
over
only
there,
a
straight
3
to
to
the
5
point TV.
percentage on this
I just sent
internet
the
of
link
people
for
like
him.
who you don't really can't
Or to anybody
just
that want to
pinpoint
jump
like,
on.
yeah, they directly from here. The rest of it's not no puzzle. Y'all stated that 607 is a Hoover member from St. Louis.
I'm gonna pause you.
It definitely seemed.
You know how you think about shit in hindsight, in retrospect, when you in a moment, when you right there and you in a moment, it's not clicking because it may be certain emotions that may be blocking and impeding logical thinking. But young Ant Jefe said something to the effects of because certain people may have been exposed or whoopty whoop whoop and all that. Now I know who he's talking about. Now I know who he's talking about. And if y'all know who he's talking about and referring to, it'd be greatly appreciated if you drop it in the comments. When young Ant Jefe said that there's certain people out there that may have been exposed on the internet, blase, now they want to try to do this, that, and third, the Munchie beat. Me thinking in hindsight, in retrospect, and coming to a point to where now I am self-regulating, it makes sense to me. I know who he was talking about. RS says Munchie B and Young Ant sold they sold to Adam 22. It's a strong possibility. I don't want to make assumptions, but with this recent content, it's a possibility because you're defending an individual who's typically known for defending himself in the most aggressive fashions. And then you also defending an individual that's very, very aware of the controversy that he creates in these social media spaces when he say, I swear to God, I'll be the GD, I'll be the GD, I'm like, okay, there, I'll Larry. Oh, swear to God, swear to God, swear to God, I'll be the GD. Okay, Larry there. Like this dude knows the effects that his words is going to have in these social media spaces. Swear to God, I'm Hoover blood mover. That's what this dude said. He was very conscious of what he was saying. He was making content, inflammatory content to have us doing what we're doing right now, responding, keeping that platform in the algorithm, keeping the numbers going. Swear to God, but I ain't been over disrespect, bunch of me. But I ain't even over the blood. Swear to God, my mama. Swear to God, my mama. Come on, man. Papa say just got off work. All right, for Shigadell, man, for sure. He say he just got off work. He can't jump on right now. But let's get back into the content. Y'all still ain't dropped in the comments who y'all think young Ant Jefe. Let's do a little speculation. Who y'all think he was talking about when he said certain dudes who was exposed on the internet, XYZ to the ABC, now want to try to do the same thing to Munchie? Interesting. I got something I want to share with y'all. Somebody has sent this to me, right? Now, I'm not an avid watcher of No Jumper. When certain controversy come up, I go over there, check it out, but I don't regularly watch that platform. But somebody sent me something yesterday, and I hope I didn't delete it. Let's see. So this is what they said. They said Adam 22 diss Hoover in front of Che Poke, CEH Poke. Then Adam diss Bounty Hunter Bloods in front of Daisy Kane. Then DW Flame diss Neighborhood card in front of he meant card. Then DW Flame dissed the neighborhood card in front of Brick Baby. Then Lil Brazy dissed Soranios. Now 607 dissing the Bloods in front of Munchie B. No jumper being running an agenda. I don't know if I wholeheartedly believe or I don't know if I believe that. But this is what somebody sent me. Adam 22 diss Hoover in front of CEH Polk. Then Adam diss Bonnie Hunter Bloods in front of Daisy Kane. Then DW Flame diss the neighborhood card in front of Brick Baby. Then Lil Brazy diss Soranios. Now 607 dissing the Bloods in front of Munchie B. No jumper, so on and so forth. I don't know if I believe that, but that's what somebody sent to me. Big bro Frazier, what's the dinner there, man? That's my guy right there from out of the Chi-Town, man. Chirac, much love and respect from Watts, California / Las Vegas, all the way back out there to the Midwest Chicago, man. The big homie Blue Man is in the chats, man. What's the dinner there, man? I appreciate the continued support from both of you amazing individuals. Let's get back into the content.
Like in the very least, he coming from the streets, right? And it definitely looked like for him to have a tattoo of Hoover that he had to probably take that serious at one point, right?
Facts.
So now gangbangers go to rooms and go to places without asking who all gonna be there. Like as a gangbanger, you think a person just ran that course, like just gonna put themselves in these settings, in these rooms, and everybody know how it gets haywire at times pertaining to the no jumper platform. You think he just gonna walk in there like that and not have not a clue in the world who's all there?
Right.
You think the people that he rock with in LA ain't gave him a full layout on who is who and who and who? Like, what do people think? Like, this stuff do not exist until you knock on the door and they let you in, no jumper. Now people is like gathering intel pertaining to no jumper. Nah, man, it's all on the internet. No disrespect.
Oh,
dude. But I know people who will call
this
in
is
and
totally
be like,
gnarly, dude.
said,
hold on, brother.
Said Young Ant Jefe.
Hey, let me stop
like,
you.
Munchie B can be arguably.
Dude, we have none other, brother, than the great Popeye in the building, dude. Let's get a round of applause. I got to get that key thing to be like, oh, and clapping and all that. But we got Popeye in the building, man. Let's bring him on to the standing age, man.
So, how you doing? How you doing today?
Man,
how you doing
peace
today,
and
Bobby?
blessings. How you feeling, brother?
Man, I'm blessed, yeah. Real quick, I just got off of work, so I'm not gonna be long, but I'm curious because I want to know too who Ed was talking about, or who was he insinuating, because or the reason why I'm saying it is because I'm pretty straightforward, man. I don't really do the subliminals, you know what I'm saying? So I'm saying that to say this, I've been on Munchie Bumper. Me and him been going back and forth. And I maybe I might be at fault. I kind of personalized that myself, to be honest with you. Let's keep it real. Because I've been one of the loudest voices on there.
Your phone kind of went in and out. You personalized what, your folks?
I'm gonna be honest with you, man. I kind of personalized what Aunt Jefe said. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm gonna just be honest with you.
If I can be frank and just straightforward, I believe in my heart. No facts present, but I believe in my heart that he was talking about you.
Yeah, I kind of felt that too, right? But the thing of the matter is, it's like, I mean, only Ant I know is Tiny Ant. I was in Why.
Wait.
I was in Tiny
Ant. Is that Kim folks that got the mole on his face?
You think, what I think he did? He
had a big head with a mole on his face.
He had a really big head. Kind of looked like Ant. He kind of looked like him, bro.
But is he brown skinned?
Everything. He brown skinned with big ass eyes, just like him. They look alike. They look alike, bro. They look alike, bro. I was in Paso Robles with him, and I'm like, man, is this nigga shooting a shot at me? Because, but I ain't never came to him, man. Listen, everybody got something to say, man. Look, I done spent some laps with his homies. Put it that way, on the streets. You know what I'm saying? So
I don't. But
what is it that you know about me that I don't know? Right. Once again, no. I'm talking about him. Like,
Oh.
like, like. At the end of the day, like if he was directing that towards me, nigga, the only time I done with you was in YA. You know what I'm saying?
So you was in
And
YA with this ant.
ain't no smut on my name, nigga. You know. But
Yo,
if he
Pop Pizzle,
not,
wait,
then you know
pause,
my
pause,
bad.
pause,
You know,
pause. So you was in the
apologizing. But
California, so you was in the California Youth Authority with this ant right here, the YouTuber, the content creator
you
ant.
say what?
Were you in the
I
California
don't
Youth?
know if that's him. I don't know if that's him. I was in YA with Tiny Ant. Is he young? Is Tiny Ant young Ant? Then yeah.
I don't know. He said he young ant. It's a big
Are you
ant, it's a
there?
little ant, then it's a young ant. Yeah, I'm totally here, brother. Are you there? Yeah, your phone tripping, man.
Just got off of work and it was
Right.
already on a couple percentage, but yeah, see, let me see. Because it's dying. I'm trying to get to the house. Can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so look, it has a delay. I'm trying to drive. We got the highway patrol out here. But listen, I was in YA with Tiny Ant. So is Young Ant Tiny Ant?
I don't know. I just remember the ant with the mole on his
Okay.
face, and that nigga was a straight up rider, homie, on the reels.
Right. That's what I'm saying. So it's like, but at the end of the day, bro, you can't listen. If he was talking to me, then say it. That's you know what I'm saying. Just say it. You know, don't listen. He don't even know Munchie like I know Munchie. He can't speak. He can't vouch for him from what I know that I'm not gonna bring forth to the internet. But the nigga
Right.
ain't Munchie ain't nothing like he got y'all fooled. And it's not. Come on, man. It ain't even to slander him, bro. Just look at the facts, bro. Everything he said he would have done, he ain't did. He
Mm.
said, "Oh, let somebody diss to be in front of me and watch." I mean, I'm
I
paraphrasing,
think he
but
did say some shit like that before.
right. And then, bam, he got the the slob word said to his face. He ain't did nothing. He ain't gonna do nothing. And then I was watching your show a little earlier, man. Man, look, everybody, whoever's scared of Munchie, man, they must be scared of their own shadow. Man, that dude ain't got no power like that. Man, that dude ain't like what y'all making him to seem to be. That man, that needs somebody to hold his hand and get in the car. Like, come on, get serious. And then you want me to keep it G with you, man? Hey, look, his baby homie, and this don't cause some controversy. His baby homie, what's his name? Baby Munchie. Man, I raised him, bro. Baby Munchie, the only actor Munchie there is, bro. Raised
That's
him.
heavy. That's
I
heavy.
raised him, and I'm telling you this. And I want them to get on here and say something, man. I raised him, so he the reason why he the way he is. But I can't speak on the other two, but this Munchie motherfucker, the big one, the one that everybody talking about they scared of, man, and that's just funny as hell. But anyway, yeah, if Ant's speaking on me, man, Ant need to holler at me. Come holler at me, man, if you speaking on. If you not, then my apologies. But like I said, I done listen, I was just over there in the 80s. You know what I'm saying? Chili Red, put my beat in my truck. You know what I'm saying? I'll be on 90th in the 80s with the A trays all the time. Gumby be over there from over. Man, you can look. They could do their homework on me. If I'm so much of whatever on my jacket, how come I'm in your hood?
That's
You know what I'm
heavy.
saying? How come I be on 84th with Little Batch and the twins? I mean, they can't nobody take my struggles away from me. Can't nobody take my experience away from Can't nobody take my who riding away from me from what I've done did. So all
Hey,
that shit,
pause real quick. I apologize
yeah.
real quick. Batch. I know the name Batch. Was one of them batches in YA with us or Halls
Yep,
with us?
little
Dark
little
skinned
batch,
dude?
little batch was in the Y with us, in the halls with us. Brown
Dark
skin,
skin kind of
like kind of
skinny.
with a kind of twisted eye a little bit. I kind of like
Kind of no
that's him.
disrespect to
That's
him,
him.
but
We
a
talking about the
weird.
same one.
He kind of look
Yeah,
weird. Not
yeah,
not
but
not like a sucker, but he kind of look weird. He got a weird look about himself.
yeah, no, he active. That's my boy. He with the
Right,
business.
right, right,
And
right,
off the
right.
board. Like you, bro. Like I said, like I know you, bro. Like I know you. Now I see. I mean, now that I've got to get to know you again after so many years, you evolved. I know real yeah. And I sit back and I laugh because the dudes only motherfucking knew. Like, you know what I'm saying? Because I know the PJs. Doobie, like I said, Doobie, Serpo, Sharky, Mike,
We gonna
Cowboy.
leave Doobie out of it.
With all due respect, I
Respectfully, we're
know.
gonna leave Doobie out of it, but
Okay,
everybody else for Sugar L. Yes, sir.
yeah, man. Like I know the pizza, and I know you, bro. And so I know Batch, man. I done spent a couple laps with Batch. I can't, I'm not at liberty to speak on certain things, but
No, no,
Batch
no,
with
no.
the
Yeah, I get it.
business. Batch
That
with the
dude
business
Batch.
for
That's
sure.
that's one of them names, homie. On Mike. That's one of them names for the A trays. Batch. What's his name? The homie Johnson, man. I think he like Tiny T-Bone or something. The homie G Star, Evil, rest in peace. The other homie that we was just talking about that you just brought his name up from A Tray. Oh, Tiny Ant, the nigga with the mole on his face, the nigga with the green eyes that had the nuts on his ear. I think he was like Mo C or Tiny Mo or Baby Mo or something like that. He had the keloids on his ear. These niggas is reputable niggas from A Tray. So yeah, I agree with you, man. Shout out to all the A Trays, homie. You there? Pop Pizzle, you there? Shout out to my nigga Tiny Outlaw from A Tray Gangsta Crib, cuz on Crib. These is niggas that a nigga know like on Crib, or a nigga is very, very familiar with, like on Mike. Like these are some reputable A Tray Gangsta Crib members, cuz. And I want to send a major shout out to all the A Tray gangsters out there on the Renanils. And rest in peace to the homie Maniac from A Tray Gangsta Crib. You feel what I'm saying? Who had an amazing relationship with the homies and all this type of shit. See, Maniac loved the hood so much on Eastside PJ Crib. He had ETG PJC on him on PJ Crib. Word is bond, like, you know what I mean? So, shout out to all the A trays out there, cuz. Yeah, and I ain't mean no disrespect when I said they listen. I got a brother named Lil Bumperjack from PJs, right? Yeah, Evil passed away, cuz the one light skinned Evil, tall, cuz light skinned tall Evil, with the kind of like curly hair, cuz big youngster, like yeah. They told me my partner passed away from cancer, cuz, but I don't know which Evil he is. But his last name was Jones. I think cuz name was James Jones. But rest in peace to cuz, man. That was a solid homie, cuz. And my condolences to the family, and let's keep the homie memory alive in a real way. You feel me? But you know what I mean? Yeah, kind of sort of semi a little bit, yeah, on my mama. Tall dude, yeah. Husky a little bit, light skin on the rental nails, yeah. Man, hell yeah, he was solid, man. Listen, homie, these some solid ass homies from A Tray Gangsta Crib, cuz on the rental nails. But let's get back into the content. I was hoping that Pop Pizzle jump back on the stunning name, man, but he's experienced some technical difficulty. So we just gonna close it out, cuz, and finish with the homie from keep it a Benji, man.
One of the biggest bloods on the internet, and don't nobody know he's a blood. No matter how you
He's
like,
the
come on,
face of
man.
the
You mean
Bloods on the internet.
607 ain't never watched no two gangster for YouTube content? He on there with everybody on there, pretty much talking about where they from. He didn't catch none of that back and forth between Spider Low and Munchie B. He don't know nothing about no Munchie B and no Draco and none of that stuff. Like, you think he just don't? Like, I'm just really being honest, bro. Like, how can a person not really know that?
It's real shit.
Even if you a part of the gang
I think her name was
landscape,
Baby
when
Back.
you hear names like C something or something C or B something or something B or whatever, your mind just start raising awareness like this person might be a Crip or this person might be a Blood. Blood wasn't even.
Without further ado, we got my partner Pop Pizzle on the third name, man.
Yeah, my bad, bro. My phone
good.
it overheated. It disconnected when I was driving home.
Whenever your phone do that, I just want to let y'all know you got to take the phone and put it in a fish tank for exactly 5 minutes. That's 300 seconds, and take it right out, and the phone will be cool as an ice cube.
Yeah, I actually put it in the freezer.
That worked too. Yeah, hell yeah.
Yeah, but what was the question he was asking me? Because I just got home. And,
No, I was just just stating some reputable A-Tray gangsters from our era, like G Star, like Tiny T-Bone, Tiny Outlaw, Baby Batch, Evil. I don't know which Evil is Evil. Even Chico, you know what I mean? Chico, I think was Tiny Chico too. You feel me? I was just commemorating and acknowledging and giving these dudes they flowers. You feel what I'm saying? For producing some solid ass young niggas in our generation that was with that business. You feel what I'm saying?
Right. Let me ask you a question. Why would I mean if you could answer the kids or come up with a conclusion from your rational and practical explanation, what reason why? And I know you don't say I'm not and I can't answer that, but just I'm just
I'm
asking
not,
what
and I
logic
can't
in it.
answer that.
Okay, for sure.
Nah, go ahead. I'm just
Well,
fucking with you. Go ahead.
I know you is. Why would he even like okay, it let's just say he was speaking on me, right? Why would he do that? He don't even know me. If that's not Tiny Ant, and Tiny Ant know me, he know me to be a Rob. So it couldn't be him. But why would he do that if he was to speak on that? Was that like to do like kind of like a traffic control or to try to muffle the crowd before something is said or or do they be having like a sidebar like, hey man, he probably gonna get on the internet and try to get on something. Can you look out for me? Like what was that for? Like I have no beef with that. I fuck with the A trains. Like what was that for? I don't get it.
Okay, Steaming Beaming TV. Who is you, Kim folks? You from the Yay? You from down our way? Where you from, Kim folks? Much love and respect for you. You know, myself and Papa was in YA too. I never got the opportunity to hit the with Nelson. They was politicking. They was tripping. They weren't letting me go over there. They sent me over there to Chad. From Chad, they
Oh yeah,
sent me
he
out
was
there
up
to watch.
north.
Yeah, hell yeah. They sent me to Preston. They kicked me out of. They kicked me out of Nellis. Like, no, this nigga gotta go. Once I ran out of my cell on those two, on Steve. Oh, nigga, I ran out of my cell on two Hispanics like on Mike. And I've been racial. This is just the politics. This is what's the get down there on a dude named Joker and a cat from Playboys. Joker's from Bakersfield, but they was big woofing about niggas, mayates, and all. I'm like, what? Hell no.
Yeah,
Like,
I remember
hey,
that at
yeah,
TS.
yeah. Man, that's on Mike. I run out my cell, I get cracking. It's like, nah, you got to get up out of here. They shot me to Preston. I went up, fucked up Preston and all that. Was trying to get the fire camp. They're like, you're definitely not going to fire camp, buddy. I'm
Right,
like, what? Send me to DeWitt Nelson. They're like, you're definitely not going to DeWitt Nelson, buddy. We're sending you to Chad. And I went up there and fucked up
right.
Chad. But to answer your question, I can't realistically and legitimately give you a rejoinder, an answer to that, right? But if I just had to theoretically speak, it's probably because of his alliance with Munchie B.
Well,
Why
that's
are
the
we?
same. Oh, my
Why
bad,
are
my
we?
bad. Go ahead.
Why are we even in this space? Why are we even utilizing this time to rebuttal something that he witnessed and he should have became proactive in if he had such a strong alliance and relationship with Munchie B? Why are we even dealing with this right now? Because he's coming on here to the defense of Munchie B to defend a person that he has a relationship with. And I'm not talking about homosexually out there to individuals who like to twist and misconstrue shit. You understand what I'm saying? But
Right.
obviously him and Munchie B has an active relationship to where he feels like he has to be his savior. He has to be his rescuer. He has to get on here and defend the honor of Munchie B, man.
But that's what I'm saying. Like 90% of these dudes that regurgitate shit, look, there is no situation on me. But let's just say, you know, Damu politics, internal whatever, right?
Mm-hmm.
From the pen to the streets. And that's not his space. That's not his place, should I say, to try to take on a burden that he might not be ready for. You know
Damn,
what I'm
that's heavy.
saying? Like,
Yeah.
it's real talk because I try to keep a lot of shit off the internet. Man, bro, this shit is fucking make believe, bro. And I'm
But it's
just
the
gonna leave it
internet, my
there.
nigga. It's the
Well,
internet.
I
You
know,
and
I
I have
know, I
had
know.
very intellectual conversations about the effects of this thing that we call the internet.
Okay, but for peep game, from my observation, I kind of, I subscribe to Ant channel. Ant is very political. I peep his whole get out. He he has gangbang etiquette down pat, bro. I personally haven't seen him say the S word or any kind of derogatory things against blood. Even on his head, and he says, Uncle Dis Bloods. Like this dude is very thorough what he do, but nigga, why is you, if you is, shooting a subliminal shot at me, bro? Like you're not going about things right now then because like you throw in other aspects of this shit. But if you ain't shooting at me, just do a little bit more homework with your own homies about me, because I get along with them. I done spun laps with them. We done got money together. I'm telling you something without telling you something. You do the rest on your own in the streets, on the street level, and then come back and you know come correct. Cause, bro, you listen to people that have personal agendas, homie, that really can't fuck with me at all, bro. I'm telling you, you know. And it's like I said, it's a lot of stuff on this internet that I'm not gonna speak on, but you know, some people are gonna try to paint a picture with what it's really not, but we all know that it's two sides to a story. But anyway, you know, if he did shoot that at me, man, I disapprove of that, man. I don't like that, man. If you got something to say to me, Ant Man, say it to me, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? My number, if you want to holler at me, man to man, come holler at me. Cause I kind of took that personal. You know what I'm
Put your
saying?
number. Put your
And hey,
number right there. Tell them what your number is.
all right, let
Now,
me
I'm just
look up
fucking
my
with you. Don't
text.
put your
No,
number
no,
on the
no, no,
internet,
no, no,
man.
no, 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 no. I got a text now number that I got on here.
All
You
right, for
still
sure,
there?
for sure. Yeah,
Okay, hold on. Let me. Are you still there right now? Hold on. Are you still
yeah,
there?
yes, sir, yes, sir.
Okay, cool, 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 cool. I gotta. Let me see. Matter of fact, yeah, it's a text now number, so it don't matter if they get the calling this. If they get the prank calling this, I'll change that motherfucker. Hold on.
That's right.
Let me see. Give me a second. Go on, do your thing. Let me try to find this thing because.
Take your time, man. I'm just highlighting, the comments from the brothers and sisters that's in the chat, man. They got some very interesting and
Okay, look,
I mean, you
it's
want me
my
to keep
bad.
going or you want to, what I mean? Let me
It's
know,
three. No,
man.
no, no, no.
No, I'm
Let me
just
get the
fucking with
number.
you. Go ahead. Go ahead.
It's 310 299 3413. Yeah, man, he could holler at me. You know what I'm saying? And I ain't gonna be saying too much over no phone. But as far as man to man, like if you got something against me, why? I want to know why. What have I done to you? Because every time I speak on you, I speak with respect. Every time I speak on the A-Trade gangsters, I speak of respect. I have never disrespected you. If you want to take on somebody else's problems, then let it be known. That's what you want to do. Otherwise, let's keep it respectful. Because I ain't never done nothing to you, man. And I don't even know you like that if you're not telling me. So, just let's keep if we're gonna keep it in the streets, keep it in the streets. Cause it's a lot of shit. A lot of niggas I don't get along with that I hear whispers in the streets that I don't even speak on the internet. I keep it in the streets. I keep it off the internet. I don't say no. Only reason why I spoke on this clown, this character, because he want to say all this crazy shit about me. But it's a gang of dudes that I got, disagreements with, should I say, for lack of better words, that I don't even put on the internet. I don't even put that shit on the internet. Why? Because I'm keeping it in the streets. We could keep it there. You know what I'm saying? If it gotta go there, it's gonna stay there. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, I ain't gotta put it out because most of these niggas water down anyway. So
Hey, don't say nothing disrespectful or inflammatory. Just hear me out. Some imbecile put that's Popeye's number. Prank call that number 310-299-3413. Why would they do
yeah,
that?
no, that's cool. That's a man. Listen,
No, I'm
listen.
just fucking with you. I did that shit. I'm just fucking around. I'm just fucking
Hey,
around.
look. They get listen. Man, I play chess, bro. I'm ahead of the game. It's okay. Go ahead. Call that number, man. That number will be deactivated.
Do
You
not
know
send
what
ICE to track down that number. Do not do that.
I'm saying?
Now I'm just fucking around, man. It's good to laugh, man. Laughter is healing. It sends certain frequencies throughout the body. So whenever I can, man, I try to make myself laugh and make others laugh whenever I can. You understand what I'm saying, man? Because we need
Right.
more laughter. We need more
But,
conversations such as this that's rooted in finding solutions that's plaguing our community. You feel what I'm saying? So whether Young Ant was talking to you or not, I don't know. But I just feel like if you really don't have a dog in a fight, then you shouldn't have came on here, voicing your opinion. If you really don't have a dog in a fight and you was there, you could have voiced your
hey,
opinion. Yes, sir.
hey, my bad. Look, I want
Go
this.
ahead,
What I
brother.
want. I don't want this just to be our opinion and one sided. So I want somebody, and I found somebody in the chat or somebody to share this video. Somebody to share because Bobby Ye type. Y'all need to go on and tune in and somebody need to push this content out there more than what is being pushed out there. But with that said, I want somebody to push this out there or somebody who got Ant number and let's get in contact with him. Let's holler. Let's not do this commercialized shit. Joe Jumper. Let's talk to the streets because we the streets. Let's get down and dirty with this. Come in. Let's holler like men, and let's get down to the bottom of it. Cause I got some questions.
You
It's
really
not
want to
just for
holler at him?
me. I would love to. I
All
want to
right, let
see
me.
if go ahead.
I'm about to Mac in on him right now.
Oh, I thought you was finna click him in.
Nah, because I don't know what he got going on. I don't know if he with his kids, with his family, and I don't want to just, you know what I mean? So I'm gonna send him a text.
Right. Yeah, man. I just, and like I said, if I'm wrong, then I humbly apologize. Like I kind of took it personal because, like, it seemed like I'm the only one that really rubbed this dude Munchie the wrong way. For me to be so much of whatever Munchie claimed me to be, why is what I'm saying bothering him so much? You know what I'm saying? If I'm not a factor and I'm not this, I'm not that, and whatever he want to say about me, and I'm the lowest of the low, then why the shit that I say is bothering you the most? You know what I'm saying? This shit is funny. This shit is hilarious, man. I sure hope Ant do tap in. You got to join the gym with me, man. You got to get up in that gym with me. Yeah, yeah.
All I know is yeah, that's a possibility, man. I've been doing my burpees and all this type of shit as of lately. You feel what I'm saying? See that big muscle shit, man. That shit don't account for nothing if you ain't got cardio and you ain't got stamina. You
Hey,
feel what I'm saying?
listen. Hey, listen. Hey, listen.
I'm
I'm
trying to get
glad you
my
point that
cardio and
out.
my stamina up. You feel what I'm saying?
I'm glad.
You know,
I'm
when I was
glad
a
you
little,
pointed that out.
pause, man. I got a true story. Now it was a time, man, and I hope don't nobody get offended by this. You know, a few of my baby mamas and my closest thing to a fiance and all that be watching. But I'm maxing the female out, man. I go like 45 minutes of just hitting it, like you feel what I'm saying. But when I got through, not cuz, but brother, I feel like I was about to have a heart attack, bro. I'm like,
And
hell
you
no.
family, man. I don't care about that, but you family, my nigga.
And
Man,
likewise,
come on, man.
I don't trip
Family,
off
man.
that either. But just
Hell no.
just showing respect. And I don't want to get people's clickbaits to say, oh yeah, Bobby A called him this, and you know what
So
I mean? Because
what?
that's what the
You
internet do.
family.
No. We gonna minimize any type of negative content that can be generated, especially in a not so factual light. But make a long story short, but now that I've been losing weight, man, I've been maxing that thing out. My stamina was through the roof. You feel what I'm saying? So I'll put the muscles back on a little bit later. But doing these burpees and working out and all that, man, it got me feeling amazing. But I would love to join you in the gym, man. Cut this shit up, man.
Right.
You feel me?
So since we on this topic real quick, let me just speak on it, right? So, I'm not the best at everything I do, but I'm on top of that list, man. When I was in fire camp, I actually excelled to the top position. I was a Sawyer and the first puller up at fire camp. And if you know about fire camp, you whatever how much, because I'm 250, so I was like 215 at the time, but I had
Right,
to carry a Domar, which is like 40 pounds, bro, with a
right.
with a pounder, That's basically the gasoline and the oil that you put in the saw. You have
Mm-hmm.
to hike with that on your shoulder with the pounder. The pounder is it looks like an axe. It's you supposed to chop, you supposed to hit the tree with it, whatever stumps or whatever. And then you got your chaps, and then you got your MRE and your PP, because we hike. We hike to work. We hike to work. We hike to train. Everything we do is full pack. So nevertheless, you right, because if you got this big body Caprice, but you ain't got no motor in it, you're gonna get on that
Right.
highway, you're gonna get clowned. You know what
Nigga
I'm
got
saying?
a
So I had to
nigga got
build.
a four
Go ahead.
cylinder in that motherfucker. No, I'm speaking to
Right.
what you're saying. Like, yeah,
Right. So that's another thing that a lot of these brothers get misconstrued about me. They like, okay, because they sizing me up for sure. They're like, oh yeah, he think he big and this and that. But nigga, it's motor behind this too, nigga. I hike,
right.
nigga. I just don't show y'all. I got firefighting boots right here in my house that I
You got some
bought.
firefighter boots?
Swear to God, bro, I be
I'm
hiking
fucking
the
around,
hills.
bro. I'm just playing.
Man,
Just
listen, I
fucking
be I
around.
be I be going into the bush, bro. I be hiking off trail, and I still do that shit because of the
I gotta give me
conditioning.
some
If
of
you
them boots.
Yeah, man, they like $200 on Amazon, but I
It's
can like I
worth
said, I
it.
can
It's
show.
worth it.
Yeah, it's worth it because like I say, I hike for about an hour and a half up straight up full pool, full pack. Sometimes I put my backpack on, my
I
camel
ain't
pack.
trying to hike in the boots, my nigga.
Well, you have to because of the terrain.
I
You
ain't
have
got
to.
to. You do. I'm buying the boots so I can role play with my female. Nigga come through the motherfucking room with them boots on and no drawers on.
And
What
I ain't,
the fuck?
man, I ain't
That's
messing
all
with
I'm
you. Yeah,
saying,
yeah,
man. Some
yeah,
of
yeah.
these
I ain't
women
messing
like the
with
role play, man, and you got to get in character, man. You know what I mean? Yeah.
you. Yeah, that's
But
right.
continue. $200 is a nice investment in your relationship for the brothers out there who old ladies like the role play. This is real shit. This should be shit that we should be able to come on platforms and discuss. how to properly satisfy our women. Because all of us ain't walking around hanging, you know what I mean, for those brothers who are, you feel what I'm saying? But everybody ain't, you know what I mean? Some of us may be average, but you got to find unique ways to get your woman to that climax, man. You feel what I'm saying? And these is conversations that we should be having. And then we can segue that into how do we take or accept accountability for what we're contributing to the black households and why the black households are, in so many words, failing. Why our kids are failing, why the streets are prevailing, but yet the family household that's a part of the streets is failing. That makes no sense. But we got to start having all these different type of conversations and whatnot. We need our sisters to back into this motherfucker and tell us what they like. Do you like your hair pulled? Do you like a nigga to wrap around and grab that motherfucker throat a little bit and dig that shit out from the back? Do you prefer a missionary? Do you enjoy foreplay? Do you like the role play? Do you like a little R&B?
Let me chime in. Let me chime in on something real quick. Something you just said. And
yes, sir.
This is a good topic, and it's a lot of us are not, honest. But let's be honest. Like in my situation, a lot of the time.
Can't hear you, bro. I don't know if it's my situation or his situation, but I can't hear nothing. Pop Pizzle, we don't got you, man. I just heard something. Yeah. If you talking, we can't hear you, brother. We see you now. Fuck this nigga doing?
My bad. I had a phone call.
Oh, for sure.
No, I had a phone call. My bad. Hey, no, what I was saying was, my woman, hey man, look, my woman have carried the load a couple of times, bro. As far as the finances in this house, man. I'm just gonna keep it
Okay.
real. Like I
Right.
make more than her. Um, and this just off the topic, hey man, just on a side note, man. Look, I ain't tripping on Aunt Jefe, man. He can say whatever the fuck he want to say, man. I'm gonna just leave
Right.
that alone. If he holler at me, holler at me. If he don't, he don't. Life goes on. I don't give a fuck, man. Fuck what these niggas think. But back to real life shit and real stuff that society like to speak on what you just said was man, my woman carried the load a lot. And I it's hard for me to be honest like that and say that because some things I would like to keep in private, but I make more than her, bro. And it's part of me being irresponsible with my money, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Trying to flip
Right.
my money and make more money and make it work for me. I keep taking losses, bro. And
Right.
she ended up carrying footing the bill. And she like, babe, like when you lose, I lose. Cause I gotta give you
Facts.
money and you make more than me.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It's a conversation we had the other day because like I make 1,100 a week after taxes, right? After taxes, I make 1,100 every
Right.
week, bro. I got a cool career. I got a solid job right now in construction with this contract. We got like another like 6 months. And I've been with this company since November. I should have already saved 20 bands. With my expenses, the bills that I have, us going half on rent, um, and going half on groceries. My expenses is only like 1,500 a month because I own my vehicle. I've been
Right.
fucking my money off, bro. So I'm coming clean, but it's like this is a real topic that you brought up. I mean, it affects us, man, and it's a damn shame
Right.
because a lot of dudes would love to have my situation. I love to have a woman like I have, a young lady like I have, that's a correctional officer, work for the
Right.
Department of Corrections, that got her man back, that love me, and that keep taking my bullshit and holding on to me and still working with me and trying to make things work with me.
Right.
So I don't know, I guess I'm just not appreciating the situation. And I've been praying on that. I've been working on that, man. Praying. I've been asking God to help me with that because I haven't been appreciating the situation because I've been homeless. I've been sleeping in my car before. I've been with girls that just want a niggas to buy them up shit. But here I got a woman that's putting money in my pocket because I'm fucking money off. She here, hold this 500 just till you get paid. I don't want nothing back.
Right.
Anyway.
Hey, you know what, bro? I'm inclined to send a major shout out in the purest form of love, respect, and admiration to my youngest son's mother. because when I got my kids back, when I regained custody of my children, homie, it was hard for me. You feel what I'm saying? I had basically quit my job for reasons that I won't get into, but I didn't have a source of income, man. And I was getting up at 6 o'clock in the morning. I was putting in applications till about 5 o'clock at night. Word is bond. She can attest to this. But the money wasn't coming in. I couldn't get a job. And, I didn't have what I needed to go out and get something that I can hustle with. And she paid my rent. She made sure that me and my kids stayed afloat until I did obtain gainful employment and I was able to become self-sufficient and independent. You feel what I'm saying? So I just want to send a shout out and send my love to her for being that integral part of my life when it was critical, when they gave me my kids back. And DCFS typically, well, basically they wanted me to fail. They wanted me to call them and say, I can't take care of these kids. I don't got this. And you feel what I'm saying? They wanted me to depend on them, but she stepped up and she said, we're going to get through this. You got this. You've been fighting for your kids all these years, and I'm not going to sit by and let you fail. So it's real business that we need to have these type of conversations and just show the appreciation of our women who stand by us, support us, and make sure that we don't fail. You feel me? This is some real shit. You feel me? So we need to, get on here again and have a segment that's dedicated to that. You know what I mean? And I appreciate you, for, sharing what you shared, homie, because this is the realness. Because even in my projects, right, I seen that a lot of my big homies that was getting to the bag, that was getting to the paper, they had a woman that was behind them fueling their hustle. Whether it was their sister, whether it was their mama, whether it was their auntie, or whether it was their old lady. Here, baby, take these taxes and see what you can do with that. And they took off. Or them connecting them with a cousin or a brother that they got on the west side or in Compton. My uncle got this. I can help you get, XYZ to the ABC. And a lot of dudes took off with this hustling shit because they had a solid woman to be their foundation that helped them, catapult themselves to the top. But, that's a very needed and necessary conversation that we got to have. And thank you for expounding upon that, man.
I appreciate you, man. I'm gonna let you get back to this show, man. I'm gonna hop up in
No.
the shower.
So I wanted to ask you this question right here, brother. No, I'm just fucking with you. No, I'm just fucking with you, brother. Hey, man, stay up, be blessed, man. I appreciate you for being more than a friend, homie. You know what I mean? My line is open to you, man. It's nothing but an abundance of respect. Continue to strive. Continue to do what you do, because there's a lot of us out here that's watching, homie, that's motivated by your endeavors, that's motivated by your devotion and your dedication, homie. You feel what I'm saying? Fuck what the naysayers saying, all that, homie. Being a black man and come from where we come from, that has the ability to devote himself to his self-improvement, homie, that's revolutionary, homie. Because a lot of us weren't made to be here right now. Come on, we was in the halls with each other, bro. We'd have been through similar circumstances and situations and all that. And being that we still here about to be 40 soon. Well, I don't know about you. I don't want to put nobody's age out there. That nigga damn 40. But yeah, I don't want to put nobody's age out there. But it's a blessing, homie, on the rental nails, man.
Before I get out of here, I just want to just do a fact check real quick. Just real quick before I go. It's nevertheless, but I do got a voice out here for people that's actually, struggling, trying to find a way out the gang life. You know what I'm saying? And listen, it take it day by day. You know what I'm saying? And when you build up that courage to, to stop answering them calls to the so-called homies, or you build the courage up to tell them, like, I ain't gonna hang out today, I'm finna lay up with baby. You know what I'm saying? I'm finna chill. Make that repetitious. And then eventually motherfuckers gonna start falling off if they don't mean you well. Find a way to distance yourself. But, if you taking what this guy saying about me and using that as a blocker to not even listen to what I'm saying. Listen, I was in the host and reception with Ye Ye. Ye Ye know me well, you know what I'm saying? Besides that, I was at TS with I was at YTS, right? Because I know he put this jacket on me saying I was doing stuff to people. Listen, whoever know Little West from West Side Power Roof out of Damoose, whoever know Little West from West Side Power, that was my cellie, one of my cellies in the California Youth Authority at YTS. In Paso Robles, there is no sales. It's a dorm. So obviously, whatever jacket this dude put on me had to happen in sales. Well, Wimberly, aka Lil West from West Side Power, was my celly at YTS.
Shout out to Lil West.
Shout out to Lil West. You know what I'm saying? So, if y'all want to do y'all homework on me, since I was doing all this stuff since, Ray Charles said I was doing, ask about me. You know what I'm saying? Flintstone from Villa, or Bloodstone Villain. That's my boy. He know me. Red Devil. Mousy from Front Street.
Front Street. Shout out to
Yeah, yeah.
Mousy, man. I'm
Mousy
running
from
this.
Front Street. I was in YTS with Mousy. Listen, it's a lot of dudes that was in the California Youth Authority with me that know that all that shit this dude was saying about me was bullshit.
Yeah, I ain't
So
never heard
if
no
that
shit like that about you in a while.
man,
Orange
I
you
mean,
all.
right. So, but this guy, he can put that out there. But I'm just putting that out there just so people listen. If that's your blocker and that's your reason not to get the positive from me, and then that, and if that's the reason, I gave you the information you need to do your homework for you to open your ears. And if you want to get away from this gangbanging shit, I can show you how to do it, man. So that's all.
That's profound.
I'm gonna let you go, man. I appreciate you, brother.
All right, my dude. Stay up, be blessed, love you. Gone. So without further ado, baby Taz. Hold on. I'm gonna let you shine, baby Taz. Baby Taz says Benji and Bobby Yesha team their views. It's trash. That's your observation. I appreciate you, but the message is profound. Myself and Benji, we're not about to sell our voices, our influence, or who we are as men in order to placate or satisfy the internet thirst for messiness, confusion, conflict, segregation amongst our people, and just other shit that's not beneficial to us as a people. So if that's what you're basing it on, it's all good. But let me tell you one thing. I got movies that's on streaming platforms right now. I got books that have sold well. So let's talk about that. I have been a part of peace talks that has saved individuals' lives in the community of Watts. So let's not tangle, let's not twist it. What have you done? What's your biggest accomplishment in your life? And the link is in the link is right here. If you want me to send the link again, we're gonna let you come up. See, a lot of these dudes, for lack of better words, right? I don't know baby Taz. So now I'm generally speaking. A lot of these trolls be bitch ass niggas that's discontent with the actuality of their lives. So what they like to do is come on social media and troll and all that. But I'm gonna send you the link, and we can have an intellectual conversation about, what's your contribution to your people, or what's your rank in your set. Because in my set, I ain't never been a sucker, I ain't never been a bust, I ain't never been a bitch, I ain't never been a hoe, I ain't never been none of that. So if you want to come on and you want to have a conversation, I'm gonna give you 10 seconds, 15 seconds to, accept the invitation to come on and let's have an intellectual conversation. If you want to have a gangsta ass conversation, we can have a gangsta ass conversation too. But I'm not talking about no crimes, no involvements, no knowledge of no crimes, or none of that. But we could talk about some gangsta ass shit. If you want to come on here and you want to have some dialogue, fuck being in the chat saying some slick shit, some hoe shit, some bitch nigga shit. If you want to have a conversation, join the link and let's have a conversation. Homie, this is a think tank, and I am your host, Bobby WJ. So come on down, baby Taz. Let me highlight what you said. Baby Taz. What that picture is. Oh, this bitch ass nigga's a troll, cuz. Hey, but without further ado, I'm gonna send a major shout out to all parties involved, everybody that's been mentioned throughout this live and this discussion, this conversation. Specifically, a major shout out to Keep It a Benji TV. Shout out to my player partner Papa over there, straight to. Hold on, forgive me. Hold on. Hold on. Straight to the point TV. Shout out to you brothers, man. I appreciate y'all. Keep It a Benji giving me some content that I can expound upon. Papa, appreciate you for jumping on, man. And giving your input, so on and so forth, man. To everybody that's viewing this live, and I appreciate y'all for supporting my small channel. It's small right now. For supporting my channel in its infancy. I appreciate that, homie. And your views, your likes, your subscription is greatly appreciated. It'll never be ignored, and it'll always be held close to heart. You know what I mean? Without further ado, man, I'm gone. It's your player partner, Bobby WJ. Y'all still be blessed. Too black, too strong. We all we need. We all we got. All power to all people. Let's live in peace before we be forced to, resting. And with that,